Hi guys, welcome to another Netflix and Chill in 10 minutes. I'll be the host for today and let's have some talk about this movie, Love Untangled. This movie follows two people who keep circling around each other through different moments in their lives. Nothing is huge or dramatic. It's more like watching all the tiny hesitations, misreads, and should I say something? Maybe not. Moments that we've all lived through. So, girls, I want to hear your thoughts. I brought some questions I want to ask you guys. First question is when you develop feelings for someone, how do you usually act? If you show your interest, how do you express it? And have you ever changed something about yourself, whether it's your personality or appearance, because of someone you liked? If so, how?
When I catch feelings for someone, I actually go quiet. I'm not shy. I just overanalyze everything. If I try to show interest, it's small stuff. Remembering what they said, checking in, or asking things I normally wouldn't ask a random person. And yeah, I have changed little things because of someone I liked. Not a big makeover, just tiny edits, like fixing my posture, talking softer, or trying not to look too intense. I think everyone does that a bit. When I like someone, I definitely start paying more attention to my appearance at first. But if I truly like them, I think my personality starts to change too, becoming a bit more similar to theirs. I've actually become much calmer and more gentle because of my boyfriend.
Oh, it's impressive that you are not shy. And I totally agree about how everything gets overanalyzed. I also keep giving meaning to every little thing without even realizing it. For me, I think I tend to keep looking at the person I like. Sometimes my eyes go to them without me even noticing, and sometimes I look on purpose. And if I want to show my interest a little more, I try not to look away immediately when our eyes meet. I hold the gaze for a moment before looking away.
Oh, I totally get that, Sungin. I catch myself looking at the person I like all the time without even realizing it. And yeah, holding eyes contact for a moment is such a subtle way to show you're interested. Sometimes just a small glance says way more than the words ever could.
When I develop feelings for someone, I usually become a bit more attentive without being too obvious. I try to get to know the person better, like remembering small details they mention or starting conversations more often. I'm not the type to make big gestures, but I show interest through small and consistent actions. If I show my interest, it's usually through warmth and effort. I try to be supportive, listen well, and make the person feel com- comfortable. Sometimes I'll find small ways to spend time together or share things I think they like. And yes, I've changed things about myself because of someone I liked. Nothing drastic, but little things. For example, I've tried adjusting my habits, improving my communication style, or taking a better care of my appearance. It wasn't about pretending to be someone else. It was more like wanting to become a better version of myself because that person inspired me.
Actually, when I in the middle school, I once cut my long hair because the boy I like said he preferred short hair. As I grew older, I stopped changing my hair for someone else. But whenever I like someone now, I tend to dress in the style that they like. Also, instead of impressing and expressing my feelings quietly, I usually show my interest by texting often and trying to approach them more.
So next question. Sari realizes Yoonsuk's situation and decides to let him go. She even goes as far as lying to push him away. Do you think what she did was the right choice? And honestly, if you were in her shoes, how would you have handled it?
About Seri pushing Yoonsuk away, I get why she did it. She was trying to protect him from her own situation. And honestly, people do that all the time when they think they're being responsible. But lying always makes things messier in the long run. If it were me, I think I'd still let him go, but I'd be honest about it. Something like, I care about you, but with everything going on, I can't ask you to stay in this with me. It hurts, but at least it's real. And both people walk away knowing the truth instead of guessing.
Mm. I don't really understand why movies and dramas keep using this kind of storyline. If I were in a difficult situation and even grew distance from the person I love, it would only make things harder for me. If it were me, I would want to support him. And in the movie, Yunza already knew what Sherry truly felt in the end anyway.
When Sarah decides to push Yuntag away, I can understand the intention behind it. She thinks she's protecting him by removing herself from his life, and that kind of self-sacrifice is something we see often in movies and even in real life. But lying, even with good intentions, usually creates more confusion and pain later on. If I were in her position, I don't think I could handle it the same way. Creating distance would only make things heavier for me emotionally, not easier. Instead of pretending not to care, I want to be honest about my feelings.
I totally agree with you, Xian. I also think that honesty is much better than lying, even if the intention is to protect someone. Pretend Pretending not to care might seem easier in the moment, but it often just makes things more complicated and painful for both people. I really understand Sarah's feeling, but if I were her, I don't think I would have handled it that way. Instead of suddenly pushing Yunzak away, I would have taken the time to explain everything slowly so he could deal with the situation better. I think I would have told him that we should meet again after everything resolved, rather than cutting things off so abruptly. And instead of hiding my emotions, I would have been honest and said that we need to be apart for a while because I truly love him.
Oh, wow. Hearing all of your different perspectives really got me thinking. It's been fun diving into this topic together, and next time, we'll come back with an even more exciting discussion. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you liked today's podcast, please like and subscribe, and give us some comments if you have any opinions or feedback, and let us know. Just hang on tight until next time.